What's up, boys and girls? This is the audio commentary version of Hydra 10 as promised, and I'll basically be going over why I chose certain clips, why I chose the music, why I did that sort of edit, just like what I was highlighting, that sort of thing, and basically what's going on in the clip, if I think it's a little bit harder to spot, and people may have missed it. So first up we got the intro, which changed a bunch of times, and I finally settled for a pretty minimalistic Hydra X appearing on the beat of the old Time song from Hydra 8, which I used basically because of the nostalgia of it and because I'm going to be using some 80 clips, so I thought that fitted quite well. It transitioned into the song I decided to use after that for the Shadow Fiend knockback on Poly clip into Shadow of Death. And that song was Influential Pass by MITIS, and I used this clip first because it was pretty much unseen before, and I thought it was a good clip to start off slow and then just get like a burst of adrenaline with the music and get the viewers like pumped up about what was going on and what was coming up. I interrupted the clip pretty abruptly early on because the rest of the clip wasn't that interesting and I didn't want people to get bored right at the start. The reason I ended it so abruptly was to create an atmosphere of kind of glitchy editing to set the user up for the rest of the movie, while at the same time keeping it pretty minimalistic, which is how I edit for most of the rest of the movie. So the first clip's pretty short. It's an RMP mirror on Blade's Edge, and it mainly features a mind control on Raikou, and then me running the whole length of the bridge to get the kill on Kuna. And I chose this clip because it's not that fast paced to start off with, but it still shows a lot of good stuff, and I thought it was generally pretty entertaining to start out a movie with. So here you can see me just throwing out some nukes, throwing out some dispels, trying to avoid polymorphs as much as possible, and just getting them to use deep freeze to do it. If he gets a free poly without deep freeze, it means you can use it offensively for that DR, and they get a lot more pressure due to that, and we have to use a lot more cooldowns. So here's the mind control. If nobody just happens to poly him at the same time, that's okay. And here I'm turning the camera a lot because I want to see when he spawns his new ally, so I know when he can freeze. And that's why you see me jumping there and spamming the spell on myself to get it mid-air. Pop Fear Ward in case the priest trinkets here, and fear him at the end of the poly, and then nuke the rogue. As you can see throughout the clip, there was just some subtle editing on like me getting deep freeze, me getting mind control, and then at the end the nuke on the rogue, and that's just timed out with the music to make it a little bit more entertaining and interesting.